Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Snowflake here, and welcome to episode 2 of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I still can't believe we're here, but here we are, playing a game that is not Oblivion, although it is fairly close to it in a lot of ways, but there are a lot of differences, which we're still exploring, and I'm very much looking forward to carrying on with this playthrough. Obviously, there's a lot to cover. But before we do that, a reminder that I do a thing called Snowflake Sunday, where you guys can vote for the content you want to see every Sunday. I'll leave a link to the form in the description for next week's. You can also join my Discord server, that's also in the description below. The link gets automatically posted there for every week, so you can always vote for whatever you want. And whatever wins gets to be video I make for Sunday. Hopefully that sounds good. But yeah, moving on to a recap of the previous episode, where we started, of course, in a cart, finally waking up with a bunch of prisoners. And unbeknownst to us at the time, we were keeping some very, very famous company. The leader of the so-called Stormcloak Rebellion, Ulfric. The Jarl of a place called Windhelm. Jarl is like the equivalent of Count or Countess from Oblivion. And we were about to be executed along with these rebels. We didn't know what we did wrong. We weren't on the list, and the Imperials still wanted to cut our heads off. But fortunately, we got saved by a dragon, even though that dragon was also trying to kill us. So yeah, the dragon attacked. We made our escape with this man who you can kind of vaguely see on the screen. His name is Ralof. He was one of the Stormcloaks we were tied up with. We managed to escape with him. We killed a bunch of stuff on the way. We got a little bit of a tutorial, as is Elder Scrolls tradition. You learn the game through escaping from prison / death, or prison / execution, I guess. This time we had a buddy with us, so that was fun. So yeah, we did all of that. And now, Ralof suggested that I head to the nearby town of Riverwood. His sister owns a lumber mill there and should be able to help me. Which is great. So we're going to go to our first town, which is named Riverwood. I guess this is the Skyrim equivalent of Wayne Priory from Oblivion. And hopefully get some help, because we are fresh out of prison. I would say we don't have too much to our name, but we did pick up quite a bit of inventory in that cave system. Or cave? Was it a cave? Is Ralof waiting for me now? Should we try and be in there? Oh, that's not it. How did I pull out my weapon again? I don't remember. Controls. Ready. Okay. Yeah, Ralof is running. We're going the off-road path. Wonder if we'll run into any brand new creatures. By the way, if you do end up following Ralof, he does give you some dialogue. He kind of shows you around the sites, I guess. Oh, there's someone here.
What was that? Thought I heard something.
Oh, you're a hunter. Okay, this is the first time we've come across a random hunter. I don't think she's aggressive to us. Let's see what she's up to.
This what you want, huh?
Still doesn't seem to be going well for you.
Where are you? I can take you.
Oh, is that a fox? Is that a fox? There weren't any of those in Oblivion.
Time to finish this.
You're not very good at this, are you? I'm probably not helping by coming out of sneak.
Where are you?
Even your dog's fed up. Do you have a name? You're just dog. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, this is flowers I
Guess it's
can
all
grab.
clear now.
Did not realise that. See, it's not as obvious to me as it was in Skyrim. Inventory? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we've only got one blue mountain flower, so let's not eat it. Let's be nice.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Damn. I don't want to say anything, but... Damn. What have you got for sale? Items above the divided line belong to the vendor. Items below the line belong to you. To buy or sell an item, select it and press E. So we're buying stuff. So you have a pheasant breast, you have deer hide, and you have hawker tusk. We can't barter with you at all, can we? We'll take a deer hide and a hawker tusk. Do we need to sell anything? Probably not.
Until next time.
We'll drop some more armor, I guess. What else do we want to drop? Probably light armor, I guess. Since we can't sell it to you. Alright, let's carry on to Riverwood then. Keep a better eye out for plants. These plants? No. Okay, we've got a little house icon in our map, which I assume means plants. Sorry, not plants. It means a town. I know we're taking a very weird route, but... Still can't really see it. Oh boy. Well, we almost fell to our deaths there. I don't want to... We might be in a bit of a sticky spot here. Any suggestions, guys? Because every way I go looks like... Oh! We got a sneak increase and we got our first level up. You know what? That's pretty timely. Weirdly, the game's not telling us how to level up. Okay, so we can tab, we can level up. When your level increases, you must choose to increase your health, magic, or stamina. You can also select a new perk at this time or save it for later. Available perks are highlighted in each constellation. Well, I always like to start with health, because you can die pretty quickly. As you can see, we're about to fall, so that's usually a good one to get. So yeah, we can go through these skills and we can see if there's anything we want to improve. So one-handed is usually pretty good. 20% more damage. That sounds like a really good start, and then it also opens up all of these other perks. But yeah, you can go into each skill and you can unlock different perks. So very different from the level up system in Oblivion, where all you could do is increase some of your attributes. You actually have a lot more of a say in what your character can do and how you want to progress your character. Of course, you have to upgrade certain skills to be able to get the perks in that skill tree. Which I kind of understand. How do I come out of this? Okay. About light armor. Increase light armor rating. That's not as appealing to me. Okay. Let's calm down. And I do actually want to level up. Sneak. 20% harder to detect. Again, it's hard to argue with that. How do I... Okay, you can press S to go back. Lockpicking could be an interesting one. Novice locks are much easier to pick. As for everything else, nothing's screaming at me at the moment. So we're going to go straight into one-handed. And we're going to do... One-handed weapons do 20% more damage. Especially since we're using two of them. That just feels like you're doing a lot more. So... we now could get the perk Fighting Stance, which is power-handed, which makes power attacks take 25% less stamina. I think I'm happy with that as a solid start. Okay. The drop wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I don't know how our sneak was increasing or who we were hiding from exactly, but let's have a look at our map. Okay, it's not very far. You've got Thistlebranch. Nice. Here is Riverwood. Okay, Thistlebranch added, so we could eat one, see what it is. Resist frost, cool. Very valuable in Skyrim. Because it's cold. Get it? Maybe I'll put my weapons away for this part. Oh, I've been detected. Alright, let's go and meet the people. Can get a few more plants, of course. Hilda.
Nobody believes me, but I tell you, I saw a dragon.
I believe you, Hilda.
Did you hear? The Riverwood trader was robbed. Poor Lucan must be torn to pieces over it.
That's interesting. We'll have to talk to him at some point.
By sure. What do you want? It's my boy Sven you need to listen to. He sings at the inn most every night.
Okay.
Sven has the voice of a snowlark. Only good thing he got from his father. My boy fancies that Camilla Valerius. She'll come around soon enough.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
Wait, where's that? There's another conversation happening somewhere and I feel like I missed it.
You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories.
Sort of.
What's happened to my Skyrim? Everywhere you look, cats, lizards, and elves. It's sickening.
Okay. Slightly racist.
I raised my Sven to be strong and proud. A true Nord. Yes? Let's hear it. Come, I haven't got all day. Let's hear it.
Okay. Just wanted to see how much dialogue we could get out of her. I like getting to know each character if you hadn't noticed. Oh, we can loot barrels just like
Look at him running. Wonder what he's lost.
Oh, they actually comment on it. I didn't know that. Well, I'm gonna take my free food, Hilda. Some of us were prisoners for no reason and were unjustly treated, I'll have you know. Can grab these cabbages too. We don't need any more buckets and kettles, but we'll take some carrots. Are you going to start some dialogue with your mum? You are Sven, right? Okay, never mind.
You should come hear me play at the Sleeping Giant Inn. For a small sum, you can even pick the song.
I saw a dragon in Helgen.
Truly? So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this.
Okay, maybe I will. I vaguely heard about this, but you and Faendal both like the same girl?
Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
I could be very sarcastic here. Yes, two people spending time together never blossoms into courtship. He sounds persistent. Why not do something about it? I guess I'll go with this option. I wouldn't want to interfere with people's love life. It's let people choose who they want to be with, and don't jump into other people's relationship stuff unless they want you to get involved, I guess. I don't know.
You may be right. Camilla may see Faendal as little more than a friend, but why take chances? Here, give Camilla this letter. It's full of venomous nonsense. Tell her it's from Faendal.
Okay, well, we've got a new quest. Deliver Sven's letter to Camilla. Tell Faendal about Sven's letter, optional. So, when I said do something about it, Sven, I didn't mean something completely underhanded and dishonest like that. I meant maybe tell her how you feel, something like that. So somewhere I can buy fresh supplies.
Lucan's got a little bit of everything at the Riverwood trader. If you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith.
Okay. Okay, let's look at our... Let's read... He gave us the letter, right? Let's read Sven's fake letter from Faendal. Dear Camilla, I know I've called upon you at your house many times, and while we may be growing close, I need you to put any desires you may have for me aside. I am a true-born son of Valenwood, and I could never befoul my bloodline by courting an Imperial. I hope we can remain true friends, provided you understand your people's place in the Aldmeri Dominion, and respect me as such. Sincerely, Faendal. Well, that's a horrible thing to say. You just sort of came up with that on the spot, did you, Sven? Alright. Okay, so, as you can see, there's some iron ingots which we could steal. We can actually use all this stuff. The workbench, the blacksmith forge, the tanning rack, the grindstone. I don't even know what all of this stuff does, but let's find out, I guess. Workbench. Use workbenches to improve armor. All improvements require materials. The amount of improvement depends on your smithing skill. Okay, well, I don't have any materials, so I can't improve anything right now. Blacksmith forge. Create new weapons and armor from raw materials. So you need like leather strips, ingots, stuff like that to create different kinds of armor. I'm guessing you unlock more the better your smithing skill is. Right now we've only got like iron, studded and leather available to us, as well as some jewelry. So I guess we'll unlock more the better our smithing skill gets. Grindstone, what do you do? Improved weapons. Okay, so yeah. The other one was improved armor. We need ingots, which we could just steal. but we're not like that. It's not the kind of guy we are. Tanning rack. Turn animal hides into leather and cut leather into strips. Okay, so the deer hide I got from that hunter and the bear pelt we got earlier can both be transformed into leather, which we can then transfer into leather strips, which we can use for armor. Hey, good to know. Okay. Okay, we already looted this barrel. Didn't grab all the potatoes from this one. Okay, so we're being... Is this the... Wait, is this the right quest? Talk to Gerda in Riverwood. And... Is she meant to be in here? No. So she's not a Riverwood trader. I was thinking that's not where you're supposed to find her. Oh, look, we've got a... What even are you called? I don't know. An animal of some sort. Don't hit the animals in the towns, by the way. People don't like it. Ooh, there's a dog. It's barking at me. Stop. Oh, good boy. Don't know who you belong to, but nice to meet you, Stump. What a great name for a dog. Ooh, an egg. We'll take a chicken's egg. We're allowed to take the eggs, but we're not allowed to hurt the chickens. Don't hurt the chickens. People will get mad. Okay, so we have made it to Hod and Gerda's house, which I think is where we're supposed to go. So let's go in. Okay, well, I guess people be sleeping. But we apparently have access to all of their stuff. Or at least some of their stuff. So we'll take some bread. We do want to check our inventory to see what we need. Wooden bowl and ladle we got. So we don't need any of those. I guess we could just sneak around and... Oh, never mind. Our sneak ain't that good yet. Okay. I'm allowed to take the stuff according to you. Sliced goat cheese, delicious. Cast iron pot. Another goat cheese wheel. Tomato. At least we could walk. Oh, hey, Rayloff.
I told you my sister would help us out.
Ah, you weren't kidding. All cooking. That's going to be interesting. Is Z not the way to move items? I don't know. Ooh, garlic. Potato. Slaughter fish. Chicken's eggs. Leek, cabbage, bread. Need a wooden plate? Yep. I'll take the wooden plate then. Oh, hidden slaughterfish. More cheese. Definitely more wine. Need a regular tankard? No. Now there's Hod, there's the other guy. Troll fat? Okay, we'll take some troll fat. We'll take a roll of paper. Anything we don't have at this point. What do you got in your dresser? You got boots, a ragged cap, clothes, and miner's clothes. Oh, we can just take 45 gold, 4 lockpicks, and a stamina potion. And there's a book here called Olaf and the Dragon. Let's grab it and have a read. Olaf and the Dragon by Adonato Liotelli. One of the more colourful legends in Nord folklore is the tale of Olaf One-Eye and Numinex. Long ago, in the First Age, a fearsome dragon named Numinex ravaged the whole of Skyrim. The dreadful drake wiped out entire villages, burned cities, and killed countless Nords. It seemed that no power in Tamriel could stop the monster. This was a troubled time in Skyrim's history, for a bitter war of succession raged between the holds. The Jarls might have been able to conquest the beast. Conquest or conquer? I feel like it's meant to be conquer. The beast if they had worked together, but trust was in desperately short supply. A skillful warrior named Olaf came forward and promised to defeat the beast. In some accounts he is the Jarl of Whiterun. In other versions of the legend, Olaf promises the people of Whiterun that he will capture the monster if they name him Jarl. At any rate, Olaf ventures forth with a handful of his most trusted warriors and seeks the beast out, eventually finding Numinex in his lair atop Mount Athor. Needless to say, it's an epic battle. First, Olaf comes at the dragon with his axe and his shield. Some variants of the legend say that Olaf and the beast battled with blade and claw for days, but were too evenly matched for either to gain an advantage. Most accounts hold that Olaf, perhaps frustrated that his weapons are completely ineffectual against the dragon, finally casts them aside. I haven't read this book, but I'm assuming this is leading up to him using the Foom. Shouting, basically, if you don't know what that means. Giving voice to the rage that has been building within him. Olaf unleashes a terrible shout. Here again, the stories diverge. Many accounts hold that Olaf did not realize he possessed the power of dragon speech, while others suggest that he had long possessed this gift, but wished to test himself against the dragon in martial combat first. So, you guys actually don't know what shouting and fooming is if you've never played or heard of Skyrim before. Even people who haven't played it usually know what it is, but I won't spoil it just in case. But we will find out soon. Virtually all variations of the legends, however, agree on what happened next. Using the awesome powers of the dragon language, Numinex and Olaf engage in an epic shouting duel atop Mount Athor. So forceful are their words, they are said to shatter the stone and split the sky. Finally, Numinex collapses from a combination of injury and sheer exhaustion. Somehow, and this detail is conspicuously absent in virtually every account, Olaf manages to convey the dragon all the way back to the capital city of Whiterun. What does that even mean? How do you convey a dragon somewhere? The people of Whiterun are suitably impressed with Olaf's hostage. They build a huge stone holding cell at the rear of the palace, which they rename Dragon's Reach. Okay. Well, yeah, you guys, if you haven't seen this game before, you don't even know what Whiterun or Skyrim is. Whiterun or Dragon's Reach is, do you? We'll find out about that soon too. They renamed Dragon's Reach. This enormous cell serves as Numinex's prison until his death. Olaf himself eventually becomes the High King of Skyrim, putting an end to the War of Succession. Presumably his great deed made him the only leader upon whom all the people could agree, and so the land once again has peace. As a visitor to Skyrim, I find this tale both fascinating and highly entertaining. It is one of the most celebrated legends of the Nords, and one can easily understand why. It's a story of surpassing heroism, in which a resourceful and worthy Nord does battle with a truly terrifying adversary and emerges victorious by yelling him into submission. The only way in which this could have been even more of a Nordic tale would be if Olaf beat Numinex in a drinking contest. Right. The legend is not without its doubters, however. The bard Svaknir, who lived during Olaf's reign, wrote and performed an alliterative verse that challenged Olaf's version of events. Enraged, the High King threw the rebellious bard in prison and destroyed all written copies of the verse. Well, gotta love a hero turning into a dictator real quick. How I would love to lay hands on a copy of that verse. I admit I'm immensely curious to know what assertions Svaknir made about how Olaf really defeated Numinex. There are a few ancient bard texts that provide one possible answer. These tomes suggest that Numinex was particularly foul-tempered because he was extremely old. In these accounts, the dragon spent his final years terrorizing the countryside, before flying off to the top of Mount Athor to die in peace. When Olaf finds Numinex, the dragon is too weak to defend himself. Olaf and his men capture the beast without effort, but decide to take advantage of the situation by fabricating a heroic tale. It is worth noting that all of Olaf's warriors who were said to witness the shout duel went on to become wealthy leaders during Olaf's reign as High King. Interesting, so a bit of a fake hero story potentially. However, it is equally likely that Svafnir had some grudge against Olaf, and his scandalous verse was an attempt to damage the High King's reputation. Alas, we will never know. I leave you now, good reader, with this gentle reminder: a good historian must remain impartial and consider all points of view. Time has a way of distorting our record of events, so the closer you can get to the original sources, the better. Wow, what a very good ending to the story, and a very valuable moral. Don't believe everything you read, and everyone has their own angle. Very nice. Okay, let's continue. Ooh, steel dagger. Almost certainly. Do we have? Yeah, we do have a steel dagger. Still take it though. And I'll take gold. Fine, wine. Lord Mead. Okay, that was weird. Also, you're sleeping with your eyes wide open. Maybe we don't take any more mead. Grab all the food we can. Oh, I took more mead just when I said I wouldn't. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever said that. Oh, petty soldier. I'll for sure take that. Okay, we don't want to steal their fine clothes. We'll take your saber cat pelt. And I'll take your tunic. Boots, I think we've got. Coin purse. Okay, we're not allowed to take their potion of haggling, but we can take hat. I don't know if we need it, but we'll take it and drop it later if we need to. And there's another book here called Of Fury and Holgeir. So let's have a read of that one too. Of Fury and Holgeir. In her 29th summer of life, Fury the Huntress met the warlord Holgeir on the field of battle. None remember what they fought over, for their love to come was so great it overshadowed all rivalries or disputes. They fought to a standstill as their followers looked on till her sword broke his axe, and his shield dulled her blade. Ah, look at how matching they are. Axe and sword. And all could see that they were equals. As the eagle finds its mates, so too did Fury find hers in Holgeir, and a time of peace came to the clans of the forest. But as the summer's warmth gives way to winter's chill, so too would this peace pass. But the snake came and bit Holgeir, its venom seeping deep into the wound. Was this a metaphorical snake, or an actual snake bit him? Or bit her? A whale greeted Fury's view as she came over the snow-covered mountains to the coast. She obtained an elixir from the Akavir and returned to the forest in haste. Though Holgeir could smell the winds of Sovngarde, she gave him the elixir, and he was cured in an instant. But the snake bit Fury as she poured the last drop into Holgeir's mouth, and fatigued from her journey, she joined the ancestors immediately. Maybe you should have killed the snake first? Just a thought. Holgeir's grief was such that he built a tomb, and upon completion, took his own life that he might rejoin her. Okay, so Romeo and Juliet, except they actually fought each other, not just family feud. We'll take your gold. You can't take his axe. We can sleep in his bed, but we need to. We'll take cowhide, I think we need that. Take some glass, take some gold. We'll take a wooden sword, as useless as it is. More gold pieces. Cloves iron. And gold. Okay. Some flour. Can eat that later. I think that is pretty much it. Okay, let's put stuff that we don't need. I have 47 over. Alright, we can eat a chicken's egg now. So that resists magic. Let's see if there's any other ingredients that we need to check. Nope, I think we're okay. Okay, we've got 2 pairs of boots here. Oh, I didn't mean to put that on, I meant to drop it. I have the boots I actually want to wear. We're probably going to end up dropping a lot of armor here. Oops. No, I didn't mean to drink for mead. Oh dear. It's gonna take me, as I said, it's gonna take me a while to get used to all of these key bindings. But we'll make it. Okay, let's drop some light armor. They weigh 6 each. Even dropping 5 of them won't be enough. 15, 17 and a half. We can drop this wine as well. We don't need 7 of them. And I guess braces. We're giving him a really good deal here, actually. Alright, I think we're good. We've also got a cooking pot here. Cooking pots allow you to cook food that restores your health or provides other temporary effects. Each recipe can require specific culinary ingredients that can be found throughout Skyrim. So we actually have. I do want to check how much food we have before we use it to cook. So what's spare? Okay, we got like a lot of bread, a lot of cabbage, some carrots, cheese, potatoes, flour. Okay, let's see what we can make and then we'll decide. So we need 5 salt. Yeah, you need a lot of salt to cook, which isn't really that surprising. Yeah, there's like a minimum 5 salt to do pretty much anything. Although vegetable soup is 9 cabbage, 23 potato. Oh no, you only need 1 of each of these, I think. That's just how many I have. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. So, how about some apple cabbage stew? How about... Okay, we need to keep the leek. Some cabbage soup. We need to keep a pheasant breast. We'll make some potato soup. We'll need to keep a raw rabbit leg. We need to keep a leek. We can make poison apples. That's pretty cool. We need to find something called a chokeberry. We can start poisoning some people. Oh, but thanks for letting me cook, and I just noticed there were some gold pieces here. Every little helps, thank you. This is Ralof.
No, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today.
You're not wrong, Ralof.
Anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means. It's Ulfric. We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
Okay, so we got a new quest to join the Stormcloak Rebellion. Ralof has sent us off to Windhelm. We'll get to that, buddy. We'll get to that. Let's ask him some questions. How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Just head north. Can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold. Jarl Balgruuf still hasn't declared for one side or the other. So at least you won't run into any Imperials along the way.
Interesting. So Whiterun's a bit of a neutral town at the moment. You really think I should join up with Ulfric Stormcloak?
Damn right. You don't have to be a Nord to fight for Skyrim's freedom. You should come to Windhelm with me and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today.
Okay, you said that.
Anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means. It's Ulfric.
Okay, so he might have some good information. You think Ulfric knows where that dragon came from?
Well, maybe not. Dragons haven't been seen in Skyrim for an age or more. But wherever that dragon came from, and whatever it wants, Ulfric will get to the bottom of it. You can count on that.
Right?
Besides, you have your own score to settle with the Empire now.
Facts.
And with that dragon.
Facts. Well, the dragon actually saved me. I don't know if I hate the dragon so much. You make a good case. Maybe I will go to Windhelm.
I hope so. Skyrim needs people like you to fight for her freedom. Come on. You better get moving.
But right now? I'm not going right now. Chill the heck out, Ralof.
Keep your eyes open.
How do I join the Stormcloaks?
Ulfric's capital is Windhelm, northeast of here. You'll want to talk to Galmar Stonefist, Ulfric's right-hand man. He handles the new recruits. I'll be sure to put in a good word if I get to Windhelm ahead of you.
You almost certainly will, because I'm not going there right now. Was that dragon on your side?
What? Oh, hardly. I don't think even Ulfric could pull a dragon out of his pocket.
Seemed like it was on our side.
For us, it attacked when it did, eh? I wasn't looking forward to getting a shave from the Imperial headsman.
Why were you being executed?
Seriously? You don't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak himself.
Alright, Ulfric Stormcloak.
Right. The leader of our fight against the Empire.
You finish it off for
I
me.
forget that most people don't know what he looks like, except for those Imperial wanted posters.
How'd you end up as Imperial prisoners?
I was assigned to Ulfric's guard. We were on our way to Darkwater Crossing in the south of Eastmarch. The Imperials were waiting for us. As pretty an ambush as I ever saw. We were outnumbered 5 to 1 at least. Ulfric ordered us to stop fighting. Didn't want us all to die for nothing, I guess. I thought they were taking us south to Cyrodiil. Parade us in front of the Emperor. But then, we stopped in Helgen. And you know the rest.
Interesting.
I'm going to rest up here a while before heading to Windhelm. Be careful.
Well, I'm not planning to go anywhere too quickly myself, so... Okay, so let's talk to this guy, Hod.
A new face. And the right ugly one at that. No offense.
Right, nice to meet you too, Hod.
Got business here in Riverwood, eh? There are worse villages. At least the damned war hasn't gotten here. Yet. We work hard. Try to do right by our families. Me, I've got my axe, my wife Gerder, and my boy.
Oh, you have a
Frodnar.
son too?
That's all
Where's your
I
son?
need. Woodcutting's my trade. Best log splitter from here to Riften. It's all in the way you hold the axe. Caress it like any wench, and she'll do you right.
That's interesting.
You met Camilla yet? Wouldn't mind getting my hands on those trunks.
Oh my god. Your wife's literally right there, Hod.
Well, I'll let you go about your business. Yes? Hi. Yes?
Okay. Interesting. Oh, there's a... I completely missed all of this.
Fight or die well.
Alright, there's a whole bunch of other ingredients here that I'm allowed to just get. Cool, well I missed that.
Fight.
Oh, that's nice of you, okay. I was gonna say, can I use this, Rayloff? I don't even know if I particularly need it. Is there anything we don't have? Pheasant roast. We have some pheasant roast. I forget, is cooking a skill in this game? I think it is. Oh, come back. No, I think I might be wrong on that. I thought it might be. Smithing is a skill, but cooking is not. Okay. Okay, we came here to talk to Gerda. We've taken all of her stuff.
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill.
Do you have any supplies I could take that I haven't already grabbed?
Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Huh? Oh, I can just grab anything I want from her inventory. Okay. We'll take your apple pie, bread, carrots, cheese, a very expensive garnet, Honningbrew mead, a lockpick, 3 healing potions, an apple, and some wine. Well, thank you for your business.
There is something you could do for me. For all of us.
Oh, there's always a
The
catch.
Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Okay, so talk to Gerda and Riverwood. Now we need to talk to
Make
the
yourself
Jarl of
at home.
Whiterun. Oh, I intend to.
I'm glad to help any way I can.
And what? She has even more supplies?
Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. Help yourself to whatever you need within reason.
Yeah, within reason. Okay. That's it. What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf? I don't mean to be disrespectful, as he's ruled Whiterun Hold well for years, but he seems in over his head now. He's been trying to stay out of the war, but it can't last. He's going to have to pick a side. I'm afraid he's going to make the wrong choice.
And what's the wrong choice? Why? Is he loyal to the Empire?
I wouldn't say that. But he and Ulfric have been at odds for years, and I'm afraid Balgruuf will end up siding with the Empire because of it. But it's hard to believe that even Balgruuf would choose Elisif over Ulfric.
I actually don't know who Elisif is. Who's Elisif?
I suppose she's Jarl Elisif now. She married High King Turig just before Ulfric killed him. The Empire supports her claim to be High Queen. I don't really have anything against her. Not her fault that her husband Turig was bought and paid for by the Empire. But she's nothing but a puppet for the Empire now, with her husband Turig dead. Ulfric will make sure she never takes the throne as High Queen.
Okay, so that's a little bit of extra political information. So there was a High King of Skyrim called Turig, who was actually killed by Ulfric Stormcloak, which would leave the High Queen as the successor, I suppose. But Ulfric obviously wants that title for himself. Ulfric killed the High King,
Some say murdered, but it was a lawful challenge in the old way. Ulfric called him out as a traitor to Skyrim and killed him in single combat. If Torrig couldn't defend his throne, he had no business being High King.
Trial by combat, eh? Bit old-fashioned, but oh well. So there's no High King now?
No, not until the moot meets to choose another, and it
Who's the
won't
moot?
meet until one side or the other wins the war. Don't worry, though. Ulfric is our rightful High King. He'll drive out the Empire, and Skyrim will have peace at last.
Nice. Interesting. How do I get to Whiterun from
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see Whiterun on its hill as you pass the falls.
here? Okay, what can you tell me about Riverwood?
It's my mill. Some folks thinks it's my town too, but it ain't. The Jarl in Whiterun owns the land and the town. I just pay the taxes.
Oof. What do you think about the war?
The Empire may have been good for Skyrim once upon a time, but those days are long past. Banning the worship of Talos was the last straw. Thalmor everywhere, dragging people off for honoring our own gods. I'm glad Ralof is helping drive them out of here. If I was a bit younger, I might have joined the fight myself.
Okay, a little bit of extra political information. So, yeah, you might have heard some references to the Eight or the Eight Divines. And if you've watched the Oblivion playthrough or have played Oblivion, you might have thought, isn't there 9 divines? Yes, there were considered to be 9 divines in Oblivion. But in Skyrim, the worship of Talos has actually been banned. So, for those who don't know the lore behind Talos, Talos was the one example of a man that ascended to the divines. He was Time Septim as a person, and he ascended to become Talos. However, not everyone believes in that. And the Thalmor, who don't really know how to explain them, other than they're a bunch of elves that think that elves should be of like the master race and should be ruling over everyone.
Good day.
Oh, I still
Make
want to talk
yourself
to
at
you.
home.
Yeah, they effectively have helped facilitate the banning of Talos worship. So people will talk about the 8 divines rather than 9. Yeah. And the Empire's complicit in this, remember that. Is there somewhere I can buy fresh supplies?
And by supplies, I suppose you mean weapons and armor?
Maybe.
Alvor can help you out. He's our blacksmith.
Okay.
Good day.
Yep, good day. You enjoy your bread, Radoff. There's actually something I want to check. Because I want to store my stuff. And I wonder if I'm able to use one of the containers in here. Okay. I was hoping for specifically safe containers. List of safe containers, okay. I know it's kind of cheating to look up safe chests, but is it really? Like, in real life, if I put my stuff away somewhere, it wouldn't just disappear after a few days. Okay, I don't think we have any yet. So we're just going to have to put away more armor, I guess.
Glad to help any way I can.
Alright.
Lucan over in the Riverwood Traders says thieves broke into his store. Strange. He says they hardly took anything.
Interesting. Okay, let's go outside.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
I don't intend to die. I'm pretty immortal. Who is this? Sounded very accusatory.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas.
I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in your vegetables. Gosh. Some people are very presumptuous, aren't they? No. Someone with a very limited inventory, I sure am taking a lot of stuff. What else do we want to drop? Gas this. Oh. Embry?
Yes?
Here, have a drink on me.
Got any ale or mead?
Yeah. I guess take some wine.
Got any ale or mead?
I already gave him some.
All right then.
So what, he's just gonna... He doesn't look too good, does he, Embry?
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead.
Okay,
Until
so
next time.
for now you just give him alcohol and that makes him happy. And where did that girl I was talking to go to? Why does this always happen? I mean in the game, of course. Of course. Chicken? Oh, Sigrid.
Oliver and I, we got a daughter, little Dorothy.
Oh yeah, I've definitely spoken before.
My girl likes to work the forge with her papa. All of that blacksmithing. It's not good for a little girl. Ain't ladylike.
Yeah, she can be whatever she wants to be. It's whatever year it is.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas. Dorothy needs to spend more time in the garden. I could use the help. It don't matter what I grow. My Alvar, he'll eat anything. Maybe I'll do turnips next. Or maybe radishes? What do you need? What do you need?
Okay. Oh. I did not mean to take that lantern. I will give that back to you. Wait, what was it I took? A pocket, probably.
I'm glad to help any way I can.
Cool. Okay, let's get going to Whiterun, shall we? Looks quite far away on the map, doesn't it? Oh, we can catch fish in this game too, as you can see. Damn, even mud crabs kind of hurt. Well, we got a light armor buff out of it. And I'll take some crab meat, some mud crab chitin, and mud crab legs. Cool. Good to know that mud crabs are still around. Oh, changing music. Oh. Something's detected me. But what? Who? Oh, wolf. Grab that. It's a weirdly shaped rock. Or it might have something significant about it, maybe not. Alright, well you can see in the distance a much bigger looking city. And that is Whiterun. Sort of the central point of Skyrim, really. Oh, you don't wanna... Okay. How do I move around? Okay. Yeah, sort of in the middle of Skyrim here. Kind of. Yeah, you can see all the other cities. There's Markarth, Morphle, Solitude, Dawnstar. These are just names to you at the moment, but their significance will become apparent. Winterhold, Windhelm. There's another one, Riften, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's fair to say Whiterun is like the central point. Although it's not considered the capital. That is Solitude. Alright, couple of deer. I'll leave them be. Oh, do you see that in the distance? There appears to be a little bit of a kerfuffle. And that is the first time we are seeing a giant. Yep, this game also has giants. And they are tough to fight. Should we go and help these people fight the giant? Well, looks like they don't need our help. Leisure Farm discovered.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
Oh. Didn't look like you needed help.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
What is a shield brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Oh yeah, okay. Sounds like a waste of time. No, I'd rather not lock myself out of the quest line, thanks. Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Gravaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Okay. So, the Companions. In another quest line, and...
Blood on the wind today. Good hunt ahead of us.
So they are basically the equivalent of the Fighters Guild in Oblivion, but they have a cool name other than the generic Fighters Guild. Who are the Companions?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
So you said. Why did you join the Companions?
My mother was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join, but I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time.
Interesting. Where do you stand on the war?
Kodlak says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it. But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever.
Can I join?
We don't just take in any milk drinker who stumbles in.
I don't drink
Talk
milk.
to Kodlak if you think you have what it takes to be a companion. Until next time.
Alright. Thanks for the talk, Ada the Huntress. We can loot the giant, although it's just a couple of arrows. No toes. Yeah, just grabbing all the food we possibly can. Ooh, a butterfly. Yoink. Got a couple of butterfly rings. You can also catch butterflies in this game too. What a game. Alright, let's... okay, let's see. What do we drop now? Let's eat a butterfly wing. Okay, that hurts our stamina. Yeah, I definitely need to be finding some safe storage at some point. Where's the wine? We probably don't need all that wine. Yeah, look at what I've done to this nice farmland. I've just dropped a bunch of wine on it. There's some other people. Oh, can we not? Okay. Can't take the giant's weapon. We're not that good. Yeah, I should have known that would happen. Hold up, let me cook. We got 47 cabbages, wow. Just eat a bunch of cabbages. Sure. Let's talk to these people. Severio Pelagia.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
I have potatoes to sell.
Honest pay for honest work.
I didn't want to sell. Oh, I don't want to sell all of the potatoes.
You should buy some produce from Carlotta's stall. Most of it comes from my farm.
Oh man, I have to find another potato. Nimrio?
Oh, did you need something? What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
Okay, you don't have nothing to say.
Oh, did you need something?
I'm good, thanks. You probably won't need weapons. Oh, lavender. Guessing that's an ingredient we can try. Yeah. Okay. With a stream going on. Am I at the wrong side? No, apparently not. Okay, I'm just absorbing all of the scenery because I don't really remember all of this. Who are these guys? Oh, okay, we've encountered our first Khajiit of the series. Okay, we can't grab their belongings. sadly. Risard was good.
I have traveled far across Tamriel to serve you.
Oh, to serve me.
Take a look.
Okay. Aloe vera leaves. Take some bear pelt, even though it's really expensive. Blue robes. I'll take this tunic. Child's doll. Why do you have a lot of kid stuff? I actually can't afford that. Soul gems. No, cork bulb arrows. What the hell's a cork bulb arrow? I can't even afford one. Cork bulb roots. Randoming got a bunch of fishing maps. What do those do? Goat hide, I think we don't have. Cool, that's probably all we can afford at this point. He has a lot of stuff, holy crap. Can't afford most of it, but... Kaguti hide, I don't know what that is. Moon sugar, if you know, you know. It's got some books in there too. Skooma, yeah, well... Yeah, that still exists. I've heard you've been running into trouble along the road. Did I?
It is all in this note.
Risard's notes on bandit attacks added. Alright, well, we'll do that in a second. I'm curious about your homeland.
The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. They're a city so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly.
Oh. Why sell your goods in Skyrim?
An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made.
Dragons just show up. But I guess the war's probably been going on for a while, huh?
May your road lead you to warm sands. Need some? Take a look.
Maybe I can sell some of my food. So I'm not over encumbered. Right. How are we doing?
That you will... How can I assist? Take a look.
Oh, I didn't need to... Yeah, I didn't need to buy a bear pelt. Yeah, okay, we'll sell a bunch of cabbages, I suppose.
May the sun keep you warm, even in this land of bitter cold.
Okay, let's read your note, Risard. Okay, locate the Saints bandit camp, locate the Seducers bandit camp. Isn't this to do with Sheogorath? Like, Shivering Isles was Golden Saints versus Dark Seducers. Depending on if there was Mania, it was the Saints and the Seducers were from Dementia. The roads have been unkind to this one, plagued by outlaws along the route from Whiterun to Markarth. Cards travel with Risard, yes, but they are ill-equipped to deal with one such as this. They wield strange golden weapons and wear gleaming armor. Risard has read of such things only in stories. An encampment is found just west of North Brittleshin Pass. Each time they set upon us, they shout, "The Saints would like to browse your wares today." The brutes steal mostly trinkets and oddities, no matter how cheap this one knows them to be, and they allow Rissard to go on his way. Rissard has not yet fought back. While it has harmed this one's coin purse, it is not worth a life. Rissard has heard of another gang patrolling the roads further north, calling themselves the Seducers. They are known for their menacing dark armor. Skyrim grows more perilous by the day. They are known to camp along the road west of Fort Castav. This one would pay handsomely to any who would help. Rissard fears for any who might come to harm at the hands of these worrisome pests. Okay. Another quest. I don't know if I've ever done that one before. Or if it's like a DLC quest or something like that. Interesting. Can I cook? Can I steal your food? No? What's up, Ataba?
The warm sand of elsewhere is far away from here.
True that.
The wind blows bitter cold in this place.
Also true.
The air is so clear in Skyrim.
Okay.
One can see forever.
Bit of optimism.
Hmm? Please, come and browse our goods. May the sun... My bones ache for the moon sugar.
Oh no.
It has been too long since I tasted it.
You know that our supply is limited. It
Oh,
would be a season
this
or
is a
more
conversation.
before we get a new shipment from the south.
My ears hear the truth in your words, and yet my body shakes with the need.
Control yourself. Do not frighten away our customers with your fits.
Yes, of course, you are right. Still, I would give much for even a few grains of moon sugar.
You looking at me?
Put the thought out of your mind, and do not speak of it again.
A peaceful greeting to you. The road makes this one weary. Need something? You honor Khajiit with your presence.
Thank you. Okay. I think we're about done with that.
The longer we
Can you use
travel
the tanning
the
rack?
roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems.
Alright, Kayla, what's good?
Blessings of the moons upon you, traveler.
Can you train me to sneak?
They'll never see you coming.
All for sale at fair prices.
Okay, I don't have enough money, but this is a sneak trainer. Kayla, good to know.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
There's another conversation going on somewhere and I missed it. I'm sad. What's up, Marandru Joe?
How can I assist? How can I assist?
Okay, that's all you say. Grab this lavender, which means we can now eat some lavender. Resist magic. Cool. Ataba is... Oh, you can use wood
There is
chopping block
much beauty in
to
this
get
place.
wood. Well, she's using that right now, so we'll leave her be. Everyone's very busy. You run a tight ship, Rasada. I respect it. Cool. Let's carry on, shall we? Okay, gotta guard up this tower here. Should we go say hi to him?
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
I hope so.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say. Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
This guy just wants to scrap.
Let me guess. Someone stole your
He
sweet-
said the line. He said the line. Someone stole your sweet roll.
If you need potions, you should try Arcadia's Cauldron. No lollygagging.
Yeah, there's the other one. No lollygagging. There's one more, though.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid. Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an Imperial Scout. If so, well met.
I'm not an
used to
Imperial
be an
Scout.
adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Yeah, he said the arrow in the knee line. Woohoo.
Caused trouble in Whiterun, and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself. You should talk to the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. Lend any aid you can. Everything all right? Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store. Sleazy little man, but he has good stock. Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge. I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of need. Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Those poor sods don't even have a wall.
I was just in Riverwood, yeah.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Not really when you're there.
What do you need? Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale, Breeze Hall. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested.
Okay, that's about enough of that. Okay, let's keep going. Purple mountain flower. Restore stamina. Nice.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
Who says I'm not an official business? Okay, so here you have some options, and this is, I guess, the equivalent of speechcraft in this game. There are different ways you can approach different situations. So, like for this guard, we can convince him that Riverwood needs help from VR. You can say you have news about the dragon attack. You can bribe the guard. You can try and intimidate the guard by saying stand aside, or else we'll come back later. I believe intimidating the guard does not really work at this stage, but any of the other options should work, well, except for I'll come back later, because that doesn't really help. I feel like having news from Helgen about the dragon attack would probably get the Jarl's attention, more than Riverwood needing aid.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Alright, and we've got a speech increase. For every successful action you do, to do with speech, you get an increase. And well, I don't know how lucky we were to get like a full level out of that, or if that was like planned, but we did so. Okay, well let's head into the city then. Into Whiterun we go. Okay, a little bit of the dwarven stuff. Whiterun discovered.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Okay. People deciding who to arm on which side. Interesting. Alright, let's talk to you. Let's grab some flowers first. He left Battleborn. I mean, knowing you're a Battleborn, I'm probably going to go with that.
Then I say, well met, friend. I could tell you were a sharp one the moment I laid eyes on you. Long live the Empire. You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Well, I preferred you over someone else.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them. Avelstein Greymane and I were best friends as children. If I see that traitor again, I'll throw him in jail myself. The cold, frightening truth is that the Empire represents progress. Anyone who fears progress is a coward. The Stormcloaks are content to live in the past forever. No wonder the provincials think we're all baseless savages. Need something? Yeah? Huh? Need something?
Alright.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day?
Yeah, sure, Lilith, why not?
My friend Maven and I... Have you met Maven in Riften? We know our place in this world. Know the place of others, too. Need something? Well, hello. Yes? Yes?
Okay. Yes, I know who Maven Blackbriar is, and she's actually a pretty important character. But we don't know anything about her yet, so we'll remain quiet on that front. Let's talk to you, Adrian Abeniki.
If you're looking to buy. More inside.
So you have all the blacksmith stuff too? Actually?
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Jorland Greymane's got that on me. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance.
Okay, well, grab all your flowers. What's this? A smelter? You can smelt ore and raw materials into metal ingots, which are required to create and improve weapons and armor. Okay, so if you find scrap metal and ores, we can convert them into ingots here, which we can use for other stuff. Cool.
Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach.
In that case, I'll probably meet him very soon then.
I help my father in more ways than people realize.
Need any help around the forge?
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
Okay, we've got another quest to craft an iron dagger for Adrian. What have you got for sale?
The finest weapons and armor.
You just said you weren't the best blacksmith in Skyrim, though. Okay, we'll buy some charcoal. And now we're carrying too much, of course. Alright, you gave me 2 ingots, that's why I'm over encumbered. And some leather strips. How about you use a steel dagger, right?
You think all the counsel my father provides the Jarl is his alone? Huh. Let's just say I advise the advisor, and leave it at that.
Okay, Adrian, what can you tell me about Whiterun?
Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions.
We heard a bit about that.
Deeds of war and valor are legendary.
Okay, so Dragon's Reach and Jorvaska, the key parts of the city.
I'll take my leave then.
Cool. Good to meet you, Adrian. You got any barrels? Apples. Don't mind some apples, that's for sure. Red mountain flower, restore magicka, okay. We try blue? No. Restore health. Okay, so each mountain flower is stamina, magicka, or Elzir, restore magicka. Frost Miriam, resist frost. Okay. Who are you?
Disrespect the law and you disrespect.
Oh, Lilith, we've already had a chat with you. Tundra Cotton. Oh, there's a lot of flowers here. Okay, I guess this is like the marketplace. Yeah, a lot of this early playthrough is just going to be me exploring a lot of stuff. Need to try anything else? Not really. Oh, okay, we're carrying too much. We just leave something in there. More cabbage, I suppose. Okay, Mila
I
Valencia.
work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work. Did you know there are some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather? You'd be surprised how much work it is selling things at a stall. It's not all standing around and chatting.
I mean, it is in this game.
Yes? Need something?
There you go. There's the first kid we've talked to. So kids exist in this game. However, you can't really do anything violent to them. So, what's the point, really?
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
Uh-huh.
What do you need?
Flowers. Oh, Dragon's Tongue. That's a new one. Nightshade. Please grab this jug. I really need to stop. We don't want to steal. Not yet, anyway. Ooh, we do want salt. Oh yeah, we do need a potato. Can we take these? Nope, that's stealing.
I ain't done nothing.
Oh, I'm talking to you.
Well met, traveler. What brings you to Whiterun?
Didn't seem like you really wanted to talk to me there, John. I'm here to help in any way I can.
Truly? By sure, this city could use more like you. Best head up to Dragon's Reach then, and see the Jarl. He's Lord of Whiterun, and can set you on the path.
Sounds good. You live here?
Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymairs. Our family's been close as kin for generations, but Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem.
Okay, so there's the Battleborn and the Greymane family who have different sides, are on different sides of the war, and have kind of split apart because of it. Any place I can find work?
Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall. Jorvasker. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle.
That's usually how it goes. Where can I get a drink?
Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one.
Oh. You don't like Mikhail?
Ah, man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions.
Oh. Harsh.
May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Cool. Yeah.
I ain't done nothing.
Okay, Branwen, let's talk.
What? Why are you looking at me?
Are you always drunk?
Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on.
I really should say I'm not going to feed your bad habit, but sure. I'll bring you that ale, old man.
Argonian ale. I can almost taste it.
Okay, there's another quest.
Well, that all depends on you now, doesn't it?
Have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Alright, we got the gift of charity. I wonder what that is.
Sure, whatever.
Pretty sure we can find that out, right?
Judging
Not
by
sure
your
there.
armor, I'd say you're an Imperial scout. If so, well met.
We talked to you, and Orief.
Do you hunt? The plains outside Whiterun are ripe with game. What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
Okay, you don't have anything else to say? Okay, a bunch of meat. Bunch of guards.
All right. Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze Home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested.
Okay, let's talk to you, Fralia Greymane.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
Well, I wonder who you're going to say, but what have you got to say?
Odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay, necklace, lockpick, necklace, silver ring. Okay. So you sell jewelry, basically. Who's the best blacksmith in Skyrim?
I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr, the Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Halls. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing battle-borns.
You're not a fan of them, are you? Where's Jorvaskr?
Head up the steps from the market and look to your right. Can't miss it.
Okay, what have you got? Okay, you no follow-ups.
You take care of yourself now.
Alrighty then. Let's keep heading towards Dragon's Reach then, shall we?
Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it? Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that beef.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a
But I
belly
can't
full
get
of
the
meat.
sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good...
My Eorland is the finest
Yeah,
blacksmith
you told
in
me.
Skyrim, and that's not just a wife's boasting.
Your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Saphir! Wait,
You see how this one ends? Okay, I think he's just literally doing that. I'm just having fun, guys, don't mind me.
No lollygagging.
Not lollygagging, I'm just... yeah, I kind of am. Okay, let's go back a bit.
Do the elves take oaths? Your businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Dalmor against its own people! So rise up, children of the Empire. Rise up, Stormcloaks. embrace the word of mighty Talos, he who is both man and divine. For we are the children of man, and we shall inherit both heavens and earth. And we, not the elves or their toadies, will rule Skyrim forever!
Alright, well. Alright, we'll get a little blessing from Talos there. So there's Heimska, a resident crazy preacher. That, well, to be fair, he is preaching about Talos, which is kind of important. Let's have a chat with him.
You have come to hear the word of Talos.
What can you tell me about Talos?
Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life, when he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject.
And I'm sure we will. Why was Talos worship outlawed?
Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward. Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it the White Gold Concordat. Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here. And in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos.
Aren't you worried you'll be arrested?
Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat.
Alright. So a little bit more history there. So if you remember in Oblivion, in the Imperial City there was a thing called the White Gold Tower. So I think this is where this treaty was signed between the Thalmor and the Empire, which basically was a truce, but at the price of outlawing the worship of Talos.
May Talos guide you, always.
Cheers, mate. Okay. Cool.
What is it, Red Dot?
We will continue our climb up the tower. We'll climb up a Whiterun. And here we are. We are at Dragon's Reach. Which is, yeah, basically like the castles in Oblivion, which is where the mayor or the count or the Jarl resides. Okay. Let's have a look around. So far.
Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store. Sleazy little man, but he has good stock.
What would you have to do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This is
What's
no
the
time
meaning
for
of this
rational-
interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Okay, but let's look around. Okay, these guys eat good. That is one conclusion you can certainly draw. Got silverware. Not allowed to take these books, so we won't read them just yet. Okay, even more stuff over here. Some fish. Yeah, very nice assortment of meats there. There's a basement, which I guess this is where the help sleep. Dragon's Reach, Jarl's quarters. Oh no, the Jarl actually sleeps down there. Another door, some more. Old wooden door requires key. Interesting. Mammoth snout. Yes, there are mammoths in this game too. Oh, look, there's a man here. This guy looks like a magician or a researcher of some sort.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the Great Warriors?
Okay, I guess this is his office. Just slightly more private than this area. Sure, let's talk to Farengar Secret
It seems
Fire.
this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books and my spells.
Fair enough. How do you enchant weapons and armor?
Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary.
Maybe
Once
we'll
you
do
know
that
an
later.
enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin.
That's something I don't really have right now. What have you got for sale though?
I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
I'm not really much of a mage, but let's see what you got. Yep, soul gems, gold, very expensive robes, spell tomes, also very expensive. Perhaps we shall come back one day and we have some money. Are you the only wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
Do I look like a courier to you? I'll deliver the frost salts for you.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
Thanks. Alright, Farengar's Frost Salt added. Another side quest. There's a lot of them in Skyrim. Where can I learn more about magic?
A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold.
And that's College of Winterhold. That's another quest line. The equivalent of a Mage's Guild at Oblivion. You taught me how to use the arcane enchanter, so I think you can teach Farengar. I just think you don't want to. What are the duties of a court wizard?
I'll put it simply so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. There's a tranquility in magic, don't you think? It is simply energy to be harnessed by those with the will and knowledge to do so.
I wasn't done talking to you, Farengar, so you probably deal with dragons then. Have you encountered any?
Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did.
Yeah, we
What a
read about that
fascinating
earlier.
conversation that would be.
Do you owe allegiance to the Imperials?
If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not.
I know what you mean.
As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
Or maybe I just won't deliver those frost salts to you, Farengar. Jeez.
What do you need?
Oh, now you want to know what I need? Oh, use the Arcane Enchanter. We completed that. So yeah, we can disenchant our enchanted stuff and then learn. Like, we could disenchant Novice Hood and we can learn the increased Magicka thing, I guess. But we don't want to destroy anything, so. Not just yet. Alchemy Lab, though, that's something we might want to get acquainted with. You can create potions and poisons by combining two or more ingredients which share a common effect. Experiment with different ingredients to learn their effects. So, in Oblivion, alchemy is all portable, but in Skyrim you have to find specific alchemy labs to do all that. So, how much stamina we can make. Oh, I don't want those anymore. So what, can you just combine like anything from like different... Okay. I guess that doesn't really work.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors.
Why is this making me... Why is this weighing on me more than it was before? Okay, I guess we don't know too many effects yet, but there we go. We whipped up a few potions at least. And now you're on the enchant.
This damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books and my spells.
Alright, we'll drop some flour then. There you go. Enjoy, Farengar. What have we got here? Okay, this is Farengar's room, probably. What's upstairs? Okay, a whole bunch more books. And we see a map with some interactive flags. And these just populate your map with like all of these. I don't know if I'm getting all of them, but yeah, there's a bunch of Imperial and Stormcloak forts and towns and cities here. And actually, this actually indicates who owns what. So I think the Stormcloaks own Riften, Windhelm, Dawnstar, and Winterhold. And the Imperials have Balgruuf, Whiterun has an Imperial flag here. That is interesting. Markarth and Solitude and Morthal. In terms of main cities, there are a bunch of minor forts here as well. Where does this lead? This goes to Dragon's Reach Great Porch. Okay, this area is not too useful. And this area is just a mirror image of it. Cool. Yeah, there you have it. There's Dragon's Reach. There's Jarl's quarters. Wasn't there one downstairs as well? Alright, let's talk to the gathering of people here.
Keep your distance.
Okay, Irileth, how did a dark elf come to be housecarl? That's kind of racist, but okay.
Balgruuf and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so.
Really? That was just one question. What does a housecarl do?
I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade.
What threats does the Jarl face?
Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely.
Assaults on his sanity?
Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries
and
incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them.
I like your style, Irileth.
Not yet, anyway.
Good talk.
I've got my eyes on you.
Alright. Oh, some wine on the floor there. Gonna pick that up, or...
So, you were
okay. We don't get to talk to him.
You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head. Yeah, probably maybe not wise to let them know that I was due to be executed. The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw it was heading this way. Oh, there was another option?
Right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
the
that
Jarl of
dragon is lurking in the
Balgruuf will
mountains.
view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it.
Anytime, y'all.
Take this as a small token of my esteem.
Okay, thanks for the armor.
Is another thing you could do for me suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps?
What talents?
Let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Okay, well, so you gave us more armor. Studded Imperial armor. Honestly, we should probably just drop this, eh? And just wear studded Imperial armor, that's a lot better. Oh no, we shouldn't have dropped that. We still want it. Oh yeah, let's just wear this one.
I'll introduce you to Farengar. He can be a bit difficult. Mages, you know. Farengar is probably pottering around in his lab, day and night. I'm not sure he ever sleeps. Farengar is
Okay.
probably pottering around.
Okay, so that completed the quest before the storm. Awesome. So, yeah, this one was quite a long one, but mainly because I wanted to explore Riverwood and Whiterun and talk to people and learn a bunch of stuff. So that was really good. We got a whole bunch of side quests, as you can see here, which we'll probably end up doing some of them in the future. But yeah, we've successfully completed the Before the Storm quest, which was basically just go to a house in Riverwood, get a bunch of gear, then go to Whiterun, talk to the Jarl, and deliver the news. I didn't think that would take so long, but yeah, there's a lot of different people to talk to, there's a lot of interesting things to find. So I wanted to do some exploring, especially early game, just to learn more about how things work. But yeah, that will be it for this second episode. In the next one, we will join Jarl Balgruuf and talk to Farengar, and do this quest called Bleak Falls Barrow. So yeah. So Raylov's sister Gerda asked me to take word to the Jarl of Whiterun of the dragon attack on Helgen, and to ask the Jarl to send soldiers to protect Riverwood. I delivered the news to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun, and he rewarded me for my help. And next time we'll be doing Bleak Falls Barrow. Jarl Balgruuf thinks I may be able to help Farengar, his court wizard, with something related to dragons. So cool, interesting so far. We've learned a lot about the citizens of Whiterun. We've learned a lot about the political climate of Skyrim and the war that's going on. A bit of dragon lore as well. And some of the power struggles that are happening even within Whiterun. Talk to Heimska, learn about Talos. So yeah. We went through a lot in this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, and goodbye.